there's actually a steel skeleton that goes up into the air, over for the cantilever for the bend of the tree, and then up into the tree. And that was laid into architectural foam, and then that was coated and turned into the sculpture after carving the bark. The piece will be stood up. When it's stood up, it'll move forward into those tracks, lock with those pins going through the holes that are in the actual steel. Then our rods come from the side, lock it in place. This is the actual carriage system. 2x2x2x2 steel frame that runs the whole length of the sculpture on the interior, all welded together. That gives it the strength. This carriage is held in place with the carriage that will be put on the pad with 6-inch bolts in 7 locations. Once they slide together, these pins from the outside can be placed through both of those 1-inch diameter holding pins, like the carriage for a giant piece of commercial equipment. And by that I mean those posts you just looked at will slide through. The 2-inch carriage over there will be slipped beyond this, so it can't go any further. The pins don't allow it to go backwards. So once it's in and locked with the pins, it's totally stationary. It'll be better for the piece. It'll allow us to mount it high and dry. It'll be incredibly stable and able to be moved at a later date without any damage to the sculpture whatsoever. This just gives you the idea of the actual size of the piece, and it's all strapped. There are different sections of 2x4s strapped under it with foam to protect the piece, but yet give us arms to help move it. 8 guys will be showing up hopefully on Tuesday morning, and we'll get this piece moved out to the site, and then I'll backfill around the base and do some detailing, and she'll be ready for the unveiling on the 30th of March at noon with a contingency of Native Americans from, I believe, 7 different tribes. So it's going to be quite the event. I'm very happy the Grove Heritage Association stepped forward and helped me to get this in a significant location where trail trees once stood. She's ready for the guys to come and give me a hand maneuvering it out of the building. That's not the prettiest wrapping job, but it's a good wrapping job. We've got the forks through the loops, and now what we'll just do is Brian's going to do a test just to lift it up and get our balance point. So this is it. One more, and the base will be hopefully mounted to the concrete. All right, Now we're going to put some new pads up so he's got more surface area and hopefully start spinning this thing where we want it. All right, we're bringing it up to our trail that we've got runners on. The ground's soft because it's just started to thaw out here this part of the state. So we've got basically a little highway all the way up to the piece and then surrounding the piece, and we'll pick up the other plastic and put it on the sides of the piece to keep the machine from going into the dirt. It's going good. All right, we're past all the trees. What we're doing now is taking off the bracket on the bottom and adjusting it so we don't damage the bottom of the sculpture. Once we get that done, we'll start leaning up the piece. All right, now it's in position. The next step is to try to lean the tree upright to the right, standing it up to the right. We've got boards over there. It's just going to be a lot of slowly going back and forth, back and forth. That's the theory. Okay, we're running. Now we're going to attempt to stand her up.